What universe are we living in right now? Sonic Frontiers was the latest release in the series, and despite its good reception, many people took issue with the fact that it was still using 2D sections and the overused linear level design in the cyberspace levels. Many people, myself included, had hoped we'd get a full 3D game, maybe even taking us back to the adventure style of gameplay. Maybe one day we'd get a game like that. Well then, in late 2023, Sonic Dream Team was announced. A new fully 3D Sonic game with multiple playable characters, adventure-style gameplay, and completely new levels throughout the whole thing? No Green Hill or Chemical Plant to be seen? Okay, Sega, this is too good to be true. What's the catch? Come on, there's gotta be a catch. There it is. Yeah, so this game was funded by Apple and as such is Apple Arcade exclusive, meaning it can only be played on Apple devices, iPhones, iPads, Mac, and Apple TV. So if you don't own any of those, you're shit out of luck. It's not on Android, it's not on PC, and it's not on consoles. Fortunately for me, I own an iPhone, so I was able to play it. Of course, that meant paying $7 a month just for this one game because nothing else on the Apple Arcade service really interests me all that much. Now, I usually don't like recording footage of mobile games because it means having these massive touch buttons all over the place, but luckily Sonic Dream Team has controller support, meaning I can connect my Xbox controller to my phone and play that way, and honestly this is my preferred way of doing it. The touch controls are a little too unresponsive for my liking, or maybe I just have big hands, I don't know. Now, this review is probably going to be a short one because it's a mobile game and it's not very long, but I'm still going to review it the same way I review every other game. So, let's start with the story. Dr. Eggman discovers an ancient device known as the Reverie, which can make dreams become reality. However, the device has a guardian known as REM, and she will only let those who are pure of heart access the Reverie. Realizing this, Eggman decides to use Cream and Cheese as a conduit to control the Reverie that way. Holy shit, Cream and Cheese are back! I mean, it's only been 12 years since we last saw them in a mainline Sonic game. No joke, not counting the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games spin-off series, the last time we saw Cream and Cheese was Sonic Generations in 2011, 12 years prior. Anyway, REM sees through this ruse and forces Eggman's system to lock down, causing him to fall asleep. Hearing about Eggman's plan, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Rouge all show up and are forced to sleep as well. Inside the dream world, Sonic meets REM, and she explains that she needs his help to recover the Dream Orbs, the power of the Reverie, to stop Eggman's plan and restore the others. After freeing Amy, she and Sonic head to collect more Dream Orbs, managing to free Tails and Cream, and then later Knuckles and Rouge. REM explains that she needs to reconnect with the Dream Core to wake everyone up, and they need to hurry before Eggman finds a way to force her to cooperate with him. Tails discovers the Dormancy Protocol, a safeguard to shut down the Reverie in case it falls into the wrong hands. REM explains that this is the only way to erase Eggman's influence on the dream world completely, but as a result, the Reverie will be completely inaccessible for 1,000 years. One of Eggman's nightmare creatures attacks REM and drains her, and the only way to revive her is to reconnect her with the Dream Core, so the team needs to hurry. It was at this point while writing the script I realized my footage for the final boss and its cutscenes got corrupted somehow. And I've already canceled my subscription to Apple Arcade to, save some money. So I guess I'm gonna have to use footage from someone on YouTube. So, yeah, credits down below somewhere. I don't know where on the screen. The 6 heroes work together and successfully connect REM to the Dream Core, activating the Dormancy Protocol and stopping Eggman's plans, as well as waking everyone up. Despite the Reverie being shut down, Tails found a way to allow them to still visit REM, and of course Cream goes first. So yeah, the story is pretty simple, but it's a mobile game, what do you expect? Anyways, with that out of the way, let's let's talk about the gameplay. This game has 6 playable characters, but just like Adventure 2, there are only 3 gameplay styles with 3 different classes: speed, flight, and power, just like in Sonic Heroes. Sonic and Amy are the speed characters, Tails and Cream are the flight characters, and Knuckles and Rouge are the power characters. Every character can boost and homing attack for some reason, but each class has a unique move. For Sonic and Amy, it's the Lightspeed Dash. For Tails and Cream, it's the ability to fly, and you can replenish your flight meter by going through these rings. And for Knuckles and Rouge, it's the ability to glide and climb walls. But holy shit, their turn radius is ass! I think it's even worse than Knuckles' initial turn radius in Frontier's Final Horizon update. Also, just like in Frontiers, you can only climb specific walls that are designed for it, not just any wall. One thing that's great about this game as opposed to Sonic Frontiers, however, is that unless the mission you're playing requires a specific character, you can swap between all 6 characters at any time. No need to climb a tower and talk to someone to do it. And like I mentioned earlier, there are no 2D sections in this entire game. The entire game is pure 3D. There are 4 main levels in this game's story mode, and since the story revolves around dreams, the aesthetics are some of the best we've had in a while. The first level is Scrambled Shores. It's your typical introductory level. It teaches you how to play the game and has a very simple beach/coastal theme to it. Initially, you can only play as Sonic and Amy, so a lot of this level is focused on teaching you how their gameplay works. The second level is Dream Factory. It's your standard factory level, with Eggman using it to convert imagination, the essence of dreams, into literal nightmare fuel. No joke, that's actually what the game calls it. This level is the first one where you can play as Tails and Cream, so a lot of the elements here are designed to teach you how their gameplay works. The third level is Nightmare Maze. It's a forest-themed level, reminding me a lot of Silent Forest from Sonic Lost World, funnily enough. This level is the first one where you can play as Knuckles and Rouge, so a lot of elements here are designed to teach you how their gameplay works. The fourth and final level is Ego City. It's a massive city with Eggman branding all over the place, and just like any good final level, you'll need to use each character's skills to get through. The final boss has each character working together to get REM to the Dream Core while avoiding Nightmare Eggman. And holy shit, this song slaps! You'll need to collect Dream Orbs to unlock more acts and continue the story, and sadly, unless you're doing everything right from the start, you will eventually need to grind. I'm not going to talk much about the music. It's good, but it doesn't come close to rivaling some of the greats like Sonic 3 and Knuckles or Sonic Mania. Although one thing I will mention is, what the fuck happened to Rouge's voice?
So, someone could dream up anything, and you'd be able to make it happen in the real world? Interesting.
Oh, don't get your hopes up. She did say pure-hearted.
Huh? What does that even mean?
She sounds like an elderly woman now. Also, her voice actress is an awful person and they really need to recast her. Seriously, look it up. Karen Strassman is not a good person. So overall, what are my final opinions on the game? It's great. It's great. If you have an Apple device and an Apple Arcade subscription, you should definitely get it. However, I am hoping they port this to consoles and PC in the near future, but we'll see, I guess. Overall, I gave this game a 9 out of 10. It is great. You should definitely get it if you can. So with that done, I really need to pick up the slack on my Dual Retrospective. Yes, by the way, I changed the name from Dual Marathon to Dual Retrospective because I think the latter actually fits it better now, because it's not really much of a marathon when there's months in between each video. So I will see you all next time with my review of Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, Dios mío.